What is going on, guys? We are great. It's okay. Damn it. All right.
God damn it! What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man?
I was going to say welcome back. We haven't fucking done anything else except on these makeoffs and shit. That's why. Okay.
Oh shit!
All right. Let's get our nerves back together. Let's relax. Let's get them back together. What is up, guys? My name is Roy, and I am joined by
Sushi John.
There you
or
go.
John. Whatever you want to call. I'm fine with whatever. Sushi John. John.
Right. We are Mystic Sushi. We are Mystic Sushi, and this is our first ever podcast. And we are just rolling the ropes right now. We are new to this, and we will adjust every episode and every scene. So, bear with us.
You gotta admit, man, it took us quite a good while coming up with a name, coming up with how we're gonna go through with all this, and
look at us now.
Here we are, Chapter 1.
Chapter 1, what the hell are we doing? That's probably the title for this.
But I will say this, though, a nice piece of encouragement for you and I. You cannot judge your Chapter 1 off of somebody else's Chapter 20.
Oh, I like that. Where'd you get that from? Did you just come up with that on
I saw
the spot?
a quote somewhere, honestly. It was about, like, the Amazon, how they started, like, in a garage and all that, And now it's, like, worth billions.
Billions of dollars now and stuff.
Ridiculous, man.
Well, guys, we're here to talk about we're going to be talking about our channel, Mystic Sushi, what we're going to be bringing to the table, what kind of content we'll be bringing, So, first off, instantly, we're going to be bringing in, podcasting, obviously. That's one of our first episodes here. Podcasting, gaming, reviews, sushi reviews, which, John, you're a very big, huge fan of sushi.
Dude, man, I told you, right? I took that trip to Corpus, and I had 5 different sushi rolls from 2 different sushi joints. But yeah, definitely sushi reviews, man.
Wait, how many sushis from each roll, or what was that?
I had like 5 different sushi rolls from 2 different sushi places right across the street from each other.
Really? Was it like a rival sushi? I didn't even know this.
I think so,
rolls?
Man. Lunchtime, they chuck some rolls at each other.
Jesus. Sounds like a terrible war they're going on there. Of course, we'll be discussing our schedule, and of course, also John is going to be talking about his gambling, making them money on the side, gotta support.
Oh yes, casino tables, slots, machines, sports wagers, all that good stuff.
Everything on that. But all right, so guys, we're gonna be to the topics of today. Of this week is we're going to be discussing on Spider-Man leaving the MCU, which was terrible. UFC 241, which John, we both know that was a hell of a fucking fight. That was amazing.
It was, dude. Honestly, even with that watermark in the center of the screen, bro, it was 10 out of 10.
we can't even afford the fucking pay-per-view, but we had Facebook that had our back at this whole time. Damn watermarks, but it was still worth it though. Of course, another topic we'll be discussing. The comic book versus the graphic novel, which a friend of mine, John, which I'll explain a bit on the difference between the two, which was a pretty insane little battle there and going back and forth on.
Okay.
And then, of course, the next topic will be about Mortal Kombat 11 New Fighters, the Star Wars new trailer, which was amazing. I don't know if you saw that yet, John.
I did. I saw 2 different trailers. We'll get into that. I can't wait to touch one of them.
And then towards the end, we're going to be asking each other 3 tough questions that we have to try to answer one another. I don't know what John has up his sleeve. I'm probably going to come up with some questions on the spot, but we'll see. And I think, John, maybe from yesterday's conversation last night, you might figure out what I'm going to go with it.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready.
And of course, we got a little area called story time, where we talk about each other's jobs or life. Story time, with something that we find exciting during our whole week or so. And then we're gonna be talking about terrible, but you know what? I don't know. I don't want to say a badass story here. I don't know. What do you think, John? Your car accident?
It was tragic, man. It was tragic.
You lost your car.
Man, we lost it for about almost a month, man. Lost it for about a month. Finally got it back a couple of days ago. I definitely don't want to be on the road again because I don't want to get hit and be stuck with everything.
No, we don't. No one wants to. And then at the end is the game segment where we would discuss, the games that we've been playing, in fact, which is Battlefield and Rocket League, which we have clips on. and we'll be showing you the clips on the battlefield, the Rocket League, and funny moments and whatnot. So let's get down to the business. Bound to, what would you say, brass tacks? Is that what we get down to brass tacks? No?
Brass tacks.
How,
That goes, dude.
okay. We're going down to brass tacks here, and let's discuss how Mystic Sushi came to be. So first, John, you had your name. What was it? It was John at Great. You kind of started
L.
this.
Great.
That was your name.
Yeah, it went from I guess Rocky League was a big inspiration. I'm not gonna lie. Once I got that sushi topper, and that's what I love to eat, man, sushi, and it just came together,
It was perfect. I love the little
Sushi John.
So you
I
went
know
from,
it's a nice, yeah.
You went from John El Great to Sushi John, and then
I wasn't living up to the El Great name, honestly. My gameplay wasn't living up to it. It just I wasn't producing the name. It wasn't there.
I mean, how is it? Didn't you say you used to what was that one game? You have the platinum. You already platinum Rocket League, so I mean that's already impressive enough that you platinum. You had 10 win streak. So I think your name John at a Great was it was good on you. But then I guess your love for sushi turned everything around.
Just skyrocketed.
Jeez. So, I mean, guys. Also, we're recording off of the. I'm doing the Elgato right now, and John's going off his PS4. But we will, like I said, we'll adjust in the future, changing it to different, better mics and so on. So, that's gonna be. Hopefully, we're gonna evolve, better mics, better sounds, and whatnot. But anyways, so when John, when he switched to sushi, at the time I think I told you I wanted to do a podcast, and I was telling myself like, God damn, dude, I'm gonna do a podcast. I was thinking, I have another channel, Mega Awesome Ninja Kitty. I can't do a podcast there, and I was like, Mank. I don't know. We couldn't figure out a name. Do you remember any old names? I remember we were at a month of fighting back and forth on what the name.
I remember one of the names I loved the most was Lawn Chair, dude. Went out, threw a logo together, man. That was an OG logo, man.
You reminded
Lawn
me of
Chair.
this. Do you still have the pic of it?
Yeah, I do, honestly, and I think one name you came up with was the Den, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the Den. But you thought it was like Kitty. It's a kitty name instead of a lawn chair that I remember. I'm not gonna lie, your lawn chair symbol, which I'll put up a picture here in a bit so you could see, but the lawn chair, it was literally a lawn chair with a fucking mic on the fucking handstand. That's all
It was pretty self-explanatory.
I'm not gonna lie, it was impressive. It was pretty good. How long did it take you to make that? Like just on the spot?
Oh man, it really took me about 10 minutes. To be honest with you, it took about 10. Put it all together.
10.
Think about it. Put it all together. Change the colors. Color it up. Boom.
Beautifully. You're ready to go. Just like that.
Oh yeah, that's right, man. Tell me about Mystical. Where'd you get Mystical from?
Right. It's like when you said, I already liked Sushi John. Like your PS4 name, I'm not gonna lie, it was badass. So it was like Sushi John, and I'm like, damn, is it something with sushi podcast? But and the channel, I wanted to name a new channel, podcasting, go all out, and remember, I think, did we have any names? I think at the time, I don't know if you remember, did I say anything besides before Mystic Sushi? It was, I don't think I did, right? I think it was just sushi at the time.
I think it was just sushi at the time.
Oh!
I know you brought up something about pizza. You like pizza?
That's what I was, because you told me, you were like, Roy, be yourself. And I was throwing like pizza sushi.
Pizza.
A friend from work also mentioned, why not taquitos? Taquitos.
Oh, dude, sushi. I love taquitos, man. You ever had the taquitos from 7-Eleven, bro? Those are good, dude. 10 out of 10, man. Yes, those are good.
I don't know. I never had taquitos at a 7-Eleven. I'm not gonna lie. Some gas stations surprised me with food. Like the QT gas station. Have you ever been to the QT gas station?
I have not. Where's that located?
So there's one in front of a Walmart that's like on the west side of Walmart. The west side of San Antonio. Which of course, there you go. Now everyone knows we're from San Antonio. That's the 410. It's like, do you know where the what do you call it, the village, Trader Village? There you go. If you pass the Trader Village, past Trader Village a little bit, you'll see the QT gas station. QT gas station has
Is it like yellow and white?
no, it's red and black and red.
Oh no.
Those- but they have pretty good brisket burgers. I'm not gonna lie, the brisket burgers are probably the top hit right now.
At a gas station, interesting.
That's right. It's like if you think about it, it's more like how do I say this? It's like have you been to Buc-ee's?
I have.
It's like okay, so it's something like that. They're trying to do a Bucky thing. They're trying to do their own little like design, which it's cool. They have their own little. It's like a little, I guess, not a futuristic. Calm down. It's a very very modern gas station. Very clean.
It's a beaver instead of a Bucky. It's an actual beaver.
Just stare at the dead beaver right there. God, no, not. I don't know, but they're simple. It's just QT. And okay, so let me tell you one cool thing about this is that they do have a wall full of teas, just full of random different teas. That's what they have. So that's what makes QT. You can try all different types of teas right there, fresh. You can try them out and see which one you like. But yeah. So I was earlier going back to the name. So Mystic Sushi. I was thinking of I don't know. Mystic sounded like it just rolled with it. Mystic Sushi. It was just rolling with it.
I like what you did there, sir. Rolled with the sushi. Very nice. I like that.
There you go. You're welcome. Rolled with the sushi. Mystic Sushi sounded just, perfect. I told some of my friends at work, and they were just like, some thought it was just insane. They didn't think it was, they thought it was something was wrong with me. But I told them about Mystic. They thought it was pretty good. So, Mystic Sushi. And that's kind of, so it's like your love for sushi, my love for the mystic arcs. So I guess you could say Doctor Strange,
Hey, man, it goes, dude. It goes. That's you.
It rose, and I was telling someone earlier about the whole who was it? My coach. I went to work. Oh, speaking of that, I was working out today, dude. My legs are. I can't even lift my leg right now. I'm trying to trying to pick up my leg. It's dead right now.
You're trying to put it behind your head?
I'm trying to put it in my head. Teeth.
How many training sessions do you have left at that gym?
I have five more sessions at that
Five
gym.
more.
Yeah, which around it cost me $3,000, $2,000
Me.
for 72
Jesus.
sessions for two. Okay, all right. I'm not. It's okay. We're fine. But
Ouch.
it's okay, man. We're good.
That hurt my leg.
Hey, but it worked out pretty well. But yeah, so Mystic Sushi came up to be like that. I thought about it. John's love for sushi. My love, like I said, for mystics, like Doctor Strange, Mysterio, like stuff like. Okay, just Mysterio is more illusion, spoiler alert. But anyways, but yeah, I like the name. It rolled really well, and that's how it came to be. So, like I said earlier, we're gonna be talking about gaming, podcasting, and then sooner or later, guys, we're gonna have reviews on sushi, which we'll be uploading those separately. And speaking of that, dude, I went to Laredo, and I went with someone very beautiful, Emily, Steph, and we went to try this place called Sushi Madre. And dude,
Ooh, that's
I'm
a good
telling
name.
you,
I like.
exactly. Sushi Madre is like, okay, I might be sounding like an ass, but I don't know if this would be it. Sounds like the mother of sushi, right? Sushi Madre.
It does.
Mother Sushi. And dude, their food was really, really fresh. Oh, also don't forget, when you go to the restaurant, you have to clap to have people come to your table.
Really?
You do. You go in there, do you clap?
That's interesting. Man,
You clap. You clap a little
Yeah,
bit. You have your food to your table immediately. Okay, I'm just messing. But
like, what if you do that one of those silent claps where you at those little meetings and gatherings for poets, and you can't really clap that loud, so you very clap lightly or snap your fingers real light.
Real light, just very, very light. Thank you for the cute strawberry. Oh, they're talking about. I'm live right now on the PS4 Live, and they're saying my strawberry is very cute. Thank you, Steph. It is a very cute strawberry. Still crying though. I don't know why it's sad. But yeah, I'm just messing because I was there, and me and Steph were eating sushi, and then she tells me, "Hey, clap for your order." And like she starts clapping. I'm for a moment, for 1 sec, I thought you really had to clap to get your order. So I look like an asshole. I look like I look like a jerk clapping, dude.
Oh,
And
shit.
I was like, we're just messing. I was like, oh, okay. But it turned to a fun joke. We started joking around, started clapping literally, and just waiters were like,
Oh man.
what the hell is this guy's problem? Giving me the look. You know.
Speaking of that, when you go to Walmart and they're ringing you up, the best way to say thank you is to clap while they're scanning all the
What?
while they're scanning all the items and trying to find out your total. You should be clapping and faster for them to it's like you telling them thank you for your service and all that. So next time you go to Walmart and they're scanning your items, clap as fast as you can.
Oh
Angrily.
no! I don't. Dude, it sounds like you're telling him to hurry the hell up. That's what it sounds like. Oh man.
Oh man, that's good, man. That's funny, dude. Can't believe you fell for that one. I would have
mean,
fell for that too, honestly. It just seems right,
It just seems right. Really? Okay, so.
Well, it's like, yeah.
It's true. I mean, it was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny. All right. So, guys, like I said, that we'll be talking about sushi reviews, which I think the first review for sushi, which I would really like, John, to take you to Laredo to try sushi madre. I need you, the expert of sushi, to give that a try because I believe it was really fresh. And the egg rolls, I'm not a big guy on egg rolls.
Okay.
I'm not. And these egg rolls were fresh. I mean, I've had egg rolls that are they tasted like weeks or days.
Like Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box have egg rolls?
That's how bad they are. That's
That's
You didn't even know they're on the menu.
Didn't even know. That's gross.
Yeah, when I was younger, my dad would always say, "You want an egg roll?" And we already had dinner, clearly. And I would say, "Yeah, sure." So he'd go and bring back 3-4 egg rolls from Jack in the Box. And they were decent, but I mean, obviously they're not known for them.
Oh man, that's.
I'm not even sure if they still
if Jack
have
in
them
the
or
Box
not.
has egg rolls, I'm worried. I wonder if their chicken's really chicken. What if they're cats? We'll never know now. I didn't know this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
I mean, what about you, John? Any sushi places you recommend before we move on to the next topic?
For sure. I don't really like the sushis at buffets and all that. They don't really spend too much time on sushi. They roll them up and just throw them out there. They're not made fresh. They're out there for a while. But I do love going to Sushi downtown. It's by all the courthouses on I can't think of the street. De La Rosa.
Oh shit, it's here in San Antonio.
Man.
Sushi, what?
Yes, sir. Sushi downtown. It's the only thing I hate about that place is it's downtown. It's hard to find parking downtown. You gotta pay
God.
$5 for a lot.
But would you say it is worth it for the sushi though, right?
It is, honestly. I had it the first time I had it was when I had jury duty, and when they released us for lunch break, I went down the street and I had me some. Man, I didn't want to go back, bro. It was good.
Be honest,
And
that was the
then,
reason why you went.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I went. I was like, you know what? If there wasn't a sushi place down here, I wouldn't have came. You got lucky. And then, are you familiar with the Blue Star area, South Press, near South Press?
No, to be honest, no. I'm a what do you call it? I'm a crab. I stay at home too much.
Oof. You gotta bring that shell there, man. Get out of that shell. Go to.
Oof.
It's called Sugaban, and it's pretty good too, man. That's a good place. Friendly people. The chef is very nice. He'll talk to you while he's preparing your food. It's real good.
I'm afraid to go to different sushi areas and stuff. Because to take this out, I went to one. Do you know where that movie theater is? The one with the big old. It's it used to be a company movie. Company movie. It used to be like a. How do I say this? It's somewhere north San Antonio, I believe, maybe east side up there north. It's a big old building, and it used to be like a machinery place, but it's a movie theater now. It has its own little stores surrounding it. But there's this place. There's a Chinese place there, and it's they do soup noodles. I forgot what it was called. My cousin and I went there once, and they had the theme of Kung Fu Panda. And so what happened was, I went there one time and I told the guy I went to order my sushi, and he looks at
Did you
me.
clap?
Yes, I was like, maybe that's why he got mad at me, right? Because I fucking clapped at him. That's why. No, I mean, he goes, "What's your name?" Okay, so he was trying to say, "What's your name?" to me, and I
Uh-huh.
was going, I don't. He had a bad accent. He was going, "This is okay." This is what he was saying. What your name? That's what he was saying. Why your name? That's what he was saying. So I'm there like, I kept smiling at him, and I go, "What?" He's like, "Why your name?" And I'm like, and I said like, I don't understand you. What do you mean? He's like, why your name?
Oh, shit.
He got mad. He got mad at me. Like he would have punched me. Like if he had a knife on him, he probably would have shanked me on the spot right there because he was pissed. And I went like an asshole. Like, oh, Roy. And instead of like apologizing, I just went, oh, it's Roy. And so
Oh man, dude.
he was like red hot, and he just like started like just he typed it in, went to the back, and he came back and threw me the food at me. Like he didn't even like hand it to me. He threw it at me. That was my noodles. So I never went
He
again.
said nudes.
Send me the nudes. No, yeah, that guy was a jerk. Instantly jerk. So I never went there again. But I guess
At
it's my
least
fault.
yeah. That's well, it's not really your fault, you know. Like some
It's
people
hard
you
to
really
understand.
can't understand.
What can I do?
I understand. That's how I am all the time. Like when I'm walking somewhere and then like a Spanish-speaking person stops me and asks me, like I look there like, okay, I don't know what to say. I don't know Spanish. I'm bad at that.
It's okay. We will like in time. The more we hang, we'll get better at. But all right, let's move on to probably I don't know sad news. I mean about the whole Spider-Man leaving the MCU. Now, John, I think I remember I asked you. You're just like, whatever.
Yeah, Marvel's not my cup of tea. I'm more of a DC kind of guy.
I like
And
that.
Spider-Man leaving the MCU, it's like, this is not the first time. I never really cared for the other Spider-Mans after Tobey Maguire. That's my Spider-Man.
Tobey
Andrew
Maguire is your
Garfield.
Spider-Man, right?
Ooh, yeah, he's grew up with that guy, man. That's 1, 2, and 3. It's ooh.
Well,
But
let me
yeah,
ask
I
you
haven't.
this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I was
I
gonna
didn't
ask you
watch like
like,
the.
this is our delay right here, gentlemen. This is our PS4 delay. We will switch to Discord and it'll be better, a lot better. But for now, this is gonna be us back and forth. But go ahead, John, finish, and then I will
Yeah,
ask you this question.
I didn't watch any Spider-Mans with Andrew Garfield, and I barely even saw Spider-Man in Infinity War with Tom Holland. But yeah, I just never really cared for Spider-Man after Maguire wasn't. For me, in a movie, if you're gonna have a sequel or a trilogy or whatever, you can't change the main character. It's not the same. It won't be the same. Same thing with Batman. I love DC, but with Ben Affleck, I wasn't too thrilled with it. I didn't even watch any movie with Ben Affleck in it really. And then now they're having that vampire from that movie, right? He's the new Batman. I know for sure I ain't gonna
That
watch
vampire.
that one.
Oh yeah, that vampire guy coming in. Yeah, what's his name from Twilight? The guy that damn, I forgot his name. His damn.
Something Pattinson, but I like the memes that they made where they have like from the Lego Batman where he's like all sparkly and shit. They have that one as a
Oh,
meme
man.
because like in the movie, every time he's in the sun, he's all sparkly.
I forgot. I'm trying to
10 out
see
of
it
10.
right now. Okay, it's, I'm looking up right now the new. Oh, here it is. Robert Patterson. There you go. That's
There
his
you go.
name. Robert Patterson, the guy that did Twilight, and he was a vampire, which we both know. I'm not gonna lie, I did see a few, but no, never again. But it's good. I'm a huge Batman fan. I'm a huge DC fan. Batman's my number one guy for DC, and for Marvel, it'd be Captain America. Instantly, Captain America. But let me throw some little some little facts here at you. So Spider-Man is leaving the MCU. I heard there's rumors going around they're making a new deal at the moment, but so what happened? It's like Sony had how do you say this, dude? Like Sony built up the Spider-Man. You know what I mean? With Tobey Maguire. You know what I mean? They built him up, and from what I heard is that Disney wanted like, hey, we want some more, some more money on it. We're the ones that we want some more. How do you say this? Percentages of the pay and all that. You know what I mean? And so they kept trying to negotiate, and Sony wanted to keep the same deal. So up to wait, hold on. I'm reading a report right now. It says right here that same to was willing to up Disney's Marvel's take to 25%.
And this is what I'm gonna say about Disney, dude, and it's gonna come up again in another topic that we have set up for this podcast. But one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna stick by forever, is that Disney needs to stop. They need to stop buying franchises and making shows and movies about them. It's not going anywhere. It's not working. Stop.
I mean, so basically, Spider-Man is no longer part of the MCU anymore. They are continuing though. Sony's gonna continue making Spider-Man movies, but they're keeping Tom Holland as Spider-Man, which is good. I'm a Tom Holland fan. I'm not gonna lie. And so I guess look, how would you rank? I think you already said. How'd you rank your Spider-Mans?
Ooh, I'd probably go. For sure, Tobey Maguire, man. Boom. Tobey and I guess Tom Holland again. Like I just couldn't take Andrew Garfield as a superhero. I don't know if it was just the movie he was in himself. Because the lizard that was his enemy was awfully. It was terrible too. That was a bad lizard.
A bad lizard. It was a pretty. Yeah, Andrew Garfield.
It was bad. That CGI was not working for them at the time. And then, it's so different. Like with Tobey Maguire, with the Green Goblin, with Dr. Octopus, I believed it. It looked real. With Venom, it looked real. With the Sandman, it looked real. But when they go ahead and they throw in like CGI for not even Rhino looked real. I can't really watch this, man. I'm not used to it. I can't. This doesn't look good.
I mean. I agree with you.
It's funny because, like in technology, we got more advanced in technology with movies, but the movies got more crappier.
That's true. I mean, that's funny. Yeah, we have there's some movies that are haven't gone up to with our tech, and there are crappy movies out there. But I think I would agree with you. Tobey Maguire would be my number one Spider-Man guy. He's the OG. He's the one that kind of brought up everything. Did you know I heard that they had 9 more movies with him. That they were going to be Spider-Man. And, of course, that didn't happen.
I would have loved to see that.
I would, too. I think part 2 was the best with Doc Ock. 3 was a letdown.
Yeah.
So, I guess my ranking would be Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and then Andrew Garfield. Sorry, Andrew. No offense, but just... That's how I see it, I just don't love the whole team. I don't know. It gave this goth-looking type of vibe, and I don't like that, and... It was just weird, they're still going to make more movies with Tom Holland, and he's still part of the show, and it's the show, the movie, and so he's going to be fine. But I was telling everyone what's a little cool idea what they could do is they could do a Venom and Tom Holland, Venom versus Spider-Man, properly, and because Venom is owned by Sony, so they could do that. Tom Hardy versus Tom Holland, the Toms. So it'd be pretty good. But I don't know if you heard this, but Tom Holland actually responded to this and he says, "It's been a crazy week, but I want to let you know I'm grateful for the bottom of my heart, and I love you 3000," which I thought that struck a chord with me.
Ooh.
3000 is nice. From what I heard, is all of the movie from the Avengers and all that combined was 3000. Minutes. I'm not mistaken. That's what I read.
Yeah, that was the word after the last movie they made for the Avengers. It all reached 3,000. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I love you 3,000, which I thought was awesome. And so, yeah, it's I mean, Tom Holland, he'll be fine. He's banking. Oh. He's fine. So but we'll see, man. We'll just keep our eyes open for Spider-Man. Hopefully, like I said, I hope they renegotiate a new deal. And they bring Spider-Man back into the MCU. If not, I'm still willing to see what they'll do from now on. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But all right, guys. So let's talk about I know this was last. What was it? 2 Saturdays ago. UFC 241. Let's start with Nate Diaz. I mean, all the other fights were great, but I think my main focus that I really want to talk about is the co-main event and main event. You know, those
Oh
are the
yeah.
big boys. So
Yes, sir.
Nate Diaz versus Anthony Pettis. Instantly, John. I mean, I was going Nate Diaz, and you were going, if I'm not mistaken,
Uh, I was going Showtime, man. I really
Showtime.
I took into consideration that Diaz hasn't been in the octagon for quite some time. What was it, 3 years? You know, he hasn't. And the last time we had a UFC fighter, a champion, who took time away from the octagon and they came back, they ended up submitting in the fourth round. I'm not gonna say who, Conor McGregor, but
Oh, you're throwing. I back it up. I back it up.
but yeah, I thought for sure Showtime was gonna take that fight. Maybe not finish him off. Maybe unanimous decision. But yeah, it didn't go in his way. It didn't go his way, and I agree with the call, man. I mean, Diaz he was on him the whole fight. He was dropping
That's
him,
right.
landing all these punches and knees. He had ground control. It was his.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, it was a very, very tough fight. Like I said, I wanted Nate Diaz to win, and like you said, I agree. I do agree that if you take some time off, he took 3 years, I believe, off the UFC. No, he didn't fight for 3 years, and like I mean, I'm not gonna lie, because did you notice that he just when Nate Diaz started, like he went launching in there, and Anthony landed. I believe he shook Nate Diaz a couple of times with his punches in the first round, and so I was freaking
Gave me
out. I'm
hope.
like, gave you hope, but I was like, oh crap, this is gonna be terrible. I'm done. And so, but then like you said later on, he adjusted, and of course, dude, Nate Diaz's cardio is insane. He could fucking go on forever, and so he was like you said, he was on him all day, just beating him down, and that was it. I'm not gonna lie, Anthony Pettis gave up a good fight. And I like that, you notice that when Nate Diaz got him into a chokehold or a very strong hold, he would get out of it real quickly, easily. And so that was pretty cool, I thought, of Anthony Pettis, that he had very badass submission defense there.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I'm really glad that I'm glad that I was going for Nate Diaz. I'm not
But
surprised.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as they saw the weigh-ins, and I saw who was in whose corner, I did notice Chrome Gracie from the legendary Gracie Jiu-Jitsu family.
I was right, you're telling me this.
He was training Diaz, man, and I believe he had his first fight a couple of months ago against Alex Caceres, and he made him submit in like not even 2 minutes. So if he was training to begin with, he's a fighter, he's a wrestler. Training with a Gracie, dude,
That's
that was
legendary
one thing
mode.
I knew for sure. Yeah, that's gonna happen. He's gonna win.
The Gracies, everyone, they're the very, very respected, like, family of Brazilian jiu-jitsus, judos, and they're just very, very dangerous, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But all right, like I said, Nate Diaz was the winner there. I thought Nate Diaz won, and he did, and I'm very happy. But even though like you said, we had a fucking watermark, goddamn Facebook.
Oh man.
It was fucking terrible. It was still good though. But
What do you
let's
think
go on.
about that
Go
main
ahead.
event, though? What do you think about that Stipe and Cormier fight?
I wanted Stipe to win. That's what I wanted. I wanted Stipe to win. I like Daniel Cormier, but I thought he got too cocky. Like, I don't know. It's like, you gotta admit, dude, John Jones is the number one guy in the, no one, he's like, again, no one can mess with him. He hasn't beaten him. You know what I mean? Okay, John Jones, don't get me wrong. He's a druggie. He got caught so many times. It's hard to be a fan of John Jones.
Oh yeah.
But,
Oh yeah.
but I mean, even at that, John Jones still proved to him he could beat him, and he did. He knocked him out. Remember the head kick on Daniel Cormier? He knocked him
cry.
out. He made him cry. He made him cry, dude. Then John Jones went against I believe it was Alexander Gustave, and he beat him too. And so
Yeah, decision. Yeah.
in decision, he won too. So I'm like, damn. But oh, but like I said, the whole I want it. So again, ladies and gentlemen, for But what happened was that it was DC. So the Nate Diaz versus Anthony Pettis. Nate Diaz won by decision, and on the Cormier versus Stipe, Stipe won by knockout. That was a nasty knockout too.
Was in the fourth round, right? Fourth round.
Fourth round. It was the I believe it was I believe it was the fourth round. Don't get me wrong, Stipe was messed up. Did you see when DC picked his ass up and threw him on the ground? That was pretty impressive. He fucking.
I'm not
picked
sure
him
what
up.
was uglier, the knockout or Stipe's dance after he won.
Oh yeah, he did like a what was it like a
Like a damn looking. I don't even know what you called it, man. It was like clog dancing, I think.
like he holds his hands on his wrist on his waist, right? And just like moves his legs up and down and whatever weird thing he does like that, back and forth. Yeah, that was weird.
That was pretty weird.
I'm not gonna there's no lie there, but the knockout was impressive. I'm glad that he went. And DC, of course, in shock and mad. He said that he's gonna retire. I don't think he's gonna retire. Can you imagine retiring on a knockout? Just I don't know.
See, that's how Gustafsson retired. He retired on a loss, right? And so did Chael Sonnen recently with Bellator. His last fight, he hung up the gloves and he lost to Lyoto Machida.
Oh,
He hung up his gloves on a loss. Yeah, dude. Bellators were everybody we watched growing up in the UFC. They're all in Bellator.
Damn.
It's yeah, they're all there. And his last fight, Chael Sonnen, he lost to Machida, and I want to say that was I don't remember the outcome. And then Gustafsson too. I think his last fight was against
John Jones, right? Or no?
Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith.
Lionheart.
Lionheart. That sounds familiar. I think I know him.
I want to say it's Anthony Smith that ended up beating him too, and he announced his retirement after the fight, left the gloves on the octagon, and then DC has been saying before this fight that he was talking to his coach and his trainers and how much time he has left and what they're gonna do after this fight, and I think after that KO, he's gonna hang it up. You know, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he has any more left. He probably has more left in him, but I don't. Especially after his dad just passing away, I think that's gonna take some toll on him and some time out of the octagon. And if he was to return, he won't be in the same shape.
I see what you mean. Yeah, because I mean, still, it's like you're retired. I mean, who else? I know someone. Who was it? Had his name in my head right now. He lost. Oh, damn! I just had it right now. I want to say BJ Penn also retired. He came back, but I don't know if he retired again.
I know he was still active, but
he lost to a
sure
submission. If I'm not mistaken. Nasty ass calf hold. Fucking popped his calf off almost. But there was another fighter that he lost, and he said, I'm done. There's nothing for me. I just had the name, man. Damn it. And I'm probably gonna remember it when we're like on the last segment of the fucking podcast. I'm gonna remember.
It sounds like CM Punk.
Ooh, John, what's wrong with you right now, dude? No, it's not him. He left quietly. He left quietly.
Everybody else was saying he shouldn't return. There's nothing for him. My bad.
His last second fight was a bit better, but just not like he's not gonna make it. But yeah, that's. But speaking of the whole UFC, speaking of those that retired and came back and lost and whatnot, and are great champions, Ronda Rousey. Speak a little bit about Ronda Rousey here. Nothing towards her, I believe she's still the baddest woman alive. Okay, all right, hold on. Let's rewind that. I'm sorry. She started it all. Man. She started it all. But when it comes to baddest woman alive, I think Amanda Nunes has that. Instantly.
At the moment, yes,
at the moment, she still has it. She fucking knocked out Cyborg instantly. But that's not the main story. We're not gonna trash Ronda. We're not none of that. But we're gonna be talking about her injury that she had earlier. And John, from what you told me, how was it? Did you say it was just?
Yeah, I read about that a couple of days ago too. She put a picture out of her finger and it looked like it was dismantled bad. I'm like, what? Does it even work anymore, bro? Like, if they were to stitch it up, I don't think it's gonna work. But yeah, after reading into it, that show on Fox called 911, it's about this police station and firehouse. They work
Mm-hmm.
together to solve crime and all this, and apparently she was gonna guest star on that show. And from
Mm-hmm.
what I read, it was a door on a boat or ship, and the door had fell. It collapsed. I guess it was a prop,
Ooh.
and it really smashed her finger pretty good.
I mean,
So
from the picture here, dude, you can just see it. It's like dangling. It's dangling off her damn
it's,
finger.
I'm telling you,
Oh.
it's not gonna be functionable.
From what I heard, is I believe they recovered it. They fixed it up. I heard she's back. Like she has, I believe it was around just after a couple of days. It was already like at 60% of like able to move it, and it's still going. So I think she's that's tough. You know what? I'm sorry. I think she deserves the title of baddest woman alive. Maybe you think so? I mean, I would cry like a damn.
Man.
I would cry. I would cry like
I
a
would
little
cry
baby.
too.
I mean,
Who knows?
if I stub
She
my
probably was
toe,
crying.
I'm done for the day.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
I can't.
I just imagine.
If I hit my foot, I just like okay, I can't. I'm just lay down.
That's
for
it,
the day.
Chief. I'm done.
Sit me out, coach. I'm done. I stubbed my toe. My nails hanging out. That's it. It's game over. Good luck. Good luck winning the Super Bowl. But
That's it, man. Yeah, that. Imagine going to work thinking you're gonna have a good day and you lose your finger. God.
but yeah, I can't imagine she's probably in high meds right there. But like I said, hopefully she has a full recovery. Like I said, she's at 60%, or I believe, or more, probably more. I haven't seen an update. Maybe it's already fully healed. I wouldn't be surprised. I just know that after just a couple of hours. After she ripped her finger, dude, did you know she went back to finish the scene?
Oh
Like
wow.
that same, yeah. That tells you how
Baddest woman
tough she
alive.
is. Yeah, as bad as women alive right there, dude. Fucking no door is gonna stop her from finishing a movie.
The
You know?
door. Just
For sure.
anybody
Dude.
else that knocked her out. But other than that, that door too.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
Give the
Dude? Just throwing the flames everywhere right now.
just give the door the belt.
Oh my god.
Chip,
Give the
chip.
door the belt. Oh my god. Look at you just rolling with the punches here. Okay. So yeah, hopefully Ronda Rousey gets fully recovered. But now, let's talk real quick about this little topic here. So, comic book versus graphic novel. I had a conversation with a friend of mine back at work, an argument, and I want to know, like, what do you consider a graphic novel, John, and what do you consider a comic book? Do you see no difference? Do you believe there is a difference? What is your take on that?
There's definitely a difference between those. Comic book has that's a comic book. You
can see
have
it.
pictures. Yeah, you see it, you read it, you tell a story. It's a comic book. But to me, a graphic novel. When I hear a graphic novel, like if somebody tells me, John, go ahead and pick out any graphic novel. I believe a graphic novel is a book that has like paragraphs with pictures on it, not on it, but on the side. Explaining and depicting the picture of what's going on. Like if it says like Henry was playing ball outside, and then on the other side there's a picture of Henry playing outside with a ball. That's what I think like a graphic novel, or not like a chapter book, but like a.
I see what you mean. I see it.
That's what I think of when I think of graphic novel.
So it's not like
your-
you said, like the comic book, right? Like you said. So you think a comic book? You remember you saying like the word, like the words are on the pictures. What you're saying instead of on the
they're
side.
on the pictures. It's not describing what's happening. It's just telling you what's happening. It's showing you.
I see.
You know,
I see
it's
what you mean.
more than yeah. What's your definition of a graphic
So,
novel?
my friend and I at work, we just kept going back and forth on, who. We were just going back and forth on what a graphic novel is versus a comic book, and his take was that. So, example for like The Walking Dead. Let me just define this real quick. So, a friend of mine, his name's Thomas. He helped me out here. I because he's really really good at this. He knows his stuff, and so whenever I have a question, I ask him. He helps me, looks up stuff, and helps me out there. And another friend of mine, we're talking back and forth. And so coming from Thomas, he told me that the difference between a comic book and a graphic novel is that a graphic novel has like a comic book, right? It's flimsy, very skinny, hardly paid. That's a comic book, right? And a graphic novel is more like there's an end to it, to the series, instantly. Like the author is gonna send out a book, right? He's gonna give you write a book. We'll fucking call it Shamu goes to Alaska,
Okay.
or something like that, right? And he's gonna say it's gonna end on book 7. Tells you that. I'm only gonna write 7 books of this, and that's it. That right there is considered a graphic novel because there's an end to it. Comic books, however, they go on forever. They go on until we don't know when it's gonna end. The writer, he's gonna keep writing and writing until whenever he's done. You know what I mean? So that's what the difference is between a graphic novel and comic book. So my friend and I were having an argument. He was telling me like, hey, The Walking Dead is a graphic novel, and the Boys is a graphic novel, but The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman, he is he's never said when it's gonna end. He's still writing. So technically, The Walking Dead is considered a comic book. You know what I mean? Of course, y'all can write your comments in the section if you want to disagree with me. That's fine. But they're probably I'm gonna get shitted on. Start sharing more. I'm probably gonna get shitted on, but it's okay. Hey, you know what? I'm always, like I said, I'm the type of guy that, like, if you correct me and it sounds great, I'm gonna go with it. You know what I mean? So he was telling me that the Walking Dead and the have you seen the show The Boys, which is a great show, by the way? I don't think you've seen it, right?
No, you told me about it.
It's really, really good. I recommend it. But yeah, like, so also The Boys, they started out flimsy, like a comic book, very, very flimsy, skinny, and that would be considered a comic. The Boys started as a comic, and it's still considered as a comic because there's no end to it yet, from what I heard. And so that was just my big argument. Is that with me and my friend, we were just going back and forth on what else. So here's his argument. He told me that The Walking Dead is considered a graphic novel because the word graphic novel is slapped on there. And so that's fine, but it's like, would you say if I slap the picture of a watermelon on an apple, would you consider that a watermelon?
If it chooses to identify as a watermelon or apple. But yeah, I definitely hear you. I mean, if the writer's still, I never seen those the Walking Dead comic books or books. I never paid attention to that. But yeah, if the writer's still telling the story and still ongoing,
right,
that would be a comic book, because a graphic novel would tell you
when it's gonna end.
Yeah, when it's gonna end.
Yeah,
all that.
But I don't know. That was just my little story there.
That's interesting.
It started a whole fire to work. I'm just saying. So I
think that one doesn't have a right or wrong answer, really.
I like that. I like how you said that. No right or wrong answer.
You gotta tweet that at the writer. Hey boss, what is this?
Hey boss, what is? Oh man. All right. So moving on. So I don't have this anymore, but I saw the trailer. Did you see the trailer for the Mortal Kombat 11 new character packs?
I did. I saw it. It looked. I'm interested to see how Spawn, he looks and what his moveset is. Same thing with the Terminator too.
The Terminator looked pretty sick though. So we have the ones that are out right. So we have Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, Terminator, Sindel, the Joker, and Spawn. The ones that are out right now is Shang Tsung and Nightwolf. They're out right now on the Mortal Kombat 11. But the next one coming up is going to be Terminator. He's going to be released on October 8th of this year. So, which is pretty badass, That's awesome. I'm down to... Okay, I don't have it no more, so I don't think I'm going to play it, but... So,
I'm down to watch videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll be watching videos to see the fatalities. I want to see how this plays out. But let me ask you,
Interesting.
Who are you excited for most out of all of these?
Oh man, Spawn, man, for sure, Spawn.
Spawn's your dog.
Yeah, I like the. I want to see how they're gonna go into and the detail and what his moveset would be. That's interesting.
I see that. That's true.
The Terminator, I never really seen the Terminator, but all I've seen is that this guy's like what, half man, half robot.
Basically. Oh, he's a full robot. He just has the skin over it,
So you got Jax versus Terminator.
Ooh, I see that. Jax versus, remember the Predator? They did a little thing with that. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I think I'm more interested to see Spawn. What he's gonna look like, what his fatality is gonna be, what his little cutscene is gonna be. That's interesting, man.
Yeah, I think I'm excited for Spawn 2. Spawn would be my number one. To be honest with you, the only thing that did bother me was the look of the Joker. I thought he just looks weird. I didn't think I don't know. He doesn't scream Joker to me. Yeah, he has a look or whatever, but it just he looks too clean. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I saw him too, and I was like, this Joker doesn't scream me to get my mom's credit card and buy it.
Oh
And
man.
plus, if I want to play as Joker, I'll just play like um, what's that? Injustice 2
Oh, the Justice 2 game, which was
or
also
Injustice 1 or whichever one the Joker's in. I know he's
that's
in
the only
one of
one you play.
those. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, but
I know, not gonna lie, man. Injustice 2, I like how you can create your own fighter in a way. Like I had so many different loadouts for the Flash, man. Like it looks sick, dude.
oh, like
It
deliberate,
was
like you
just,
mean different materials and stuff like that to make
yeah,
them
you,
different.
you
And
can change his helmet style. You can change his costume style. You can change the color. All this, man. It was good.
true,
Same with like yeah, it was good, man. I like that.
I did like that too. It was really a new, different take on the Injustice. Different, like for example, if you have like the Kryptonite design, Superman will get more damage. You know what I mean? It all depended on how what you put in a character. But yeah, it was a lot, many different designs. But yeah, it was a good game. So like I said, guys, for anyone that's excited for the new Mortal Kombat characters, like I said, Shang Tsung Nightwolf is out now. Terminator is coming out October 8th of this year. Sindel, November 26th of this year. Joker is coming out in January 28th of 2020. And for some weird ass reason, Spawn is coming out on March 17th of 2020.
That's
I mean,
ridiculous.
I don't know. Maybe they have a lot of like things they have to work on or something. But
There are some jokers over there, man.
we have Jokers over there. They're taking their sweet ass time, dude. They're fucking. Oh, they're milking it right now. That's what they're doing. But
Honestly.
all right, almost there, guys. Halfway through this podcast here. Well, not really halfway. We're about to hit the hour, but that's fine. We're having fun here. So let's get down to the next one. John, do you have 3 questions for me of any time that I would have
I
to
do.
try?
I do, in fact.
Okay, let me
Number
warm
one.
up.
All right,
Let
and
me
this
warm up,
is
dude. I'm ready.
okay. But first, let me bring up this topic because it bugged
Go.
the hell out of me.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the
Remember how I
topic.
said earlier? I said Disney needs to lay off.
That's right. Yeah, I remember you said
Okay,
that.
you brought up the Star Wars trailer. Are you talking about the? I did see the
Oh, the Star Wars
the
trailer. That's right.
the Rise of the Skywalker. I saw that. I saw the trailer. It looked awesome. I like how they had the previous movies, and then they gave you a little piece on what the new one's gonna be about. That's good. I have nothing to say about that one yet. It looked interesting. I'd watch that. Now there is a new Star Wars little show that Disney is producing. I don't know if you heard
Ooh,
about it. It's
this
called
is not. This is new to me.
It's called The Mandalorian.
Oh, I saw the. I mean, I didn't see the trailer. I saw it on my YouTube. It popped out once in a while.
Okay,
Here.
let me tell you about this. It's
Uh-oh.
it's
Hit
about
me.
it's about the bounty hunters.
Really?
But the one bounty hunter that they show you, he portrays Jango Fett.
Oh, really?
I don't know if yeah, it's like a blue the blue helmet, the blue paint, the blue out. It looks like Jango Fett. What they're trying to portray. I'm not too sure if it's gonna be about him. It can't be because Mace Windu beheaded him at the Battle of
That's
Geonosis.
true.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm a big Star Wars geek, man.
It's
I
all
can
good.
go on and on.
I like that one.
But-
That
but-
was amazing.
But yes, they are making a new series about the Mandalorian,
Mhm.
and I did read that Disney had went out and told everybody that Boba Fett survived the pit in Return of the Jedi. If you remember,
Oh, that's right. He almost
he
got
has
eaten.
a malfunction with his jet. Just eats him up, Boom. They're saying that he's
Sorry, my bad.
yeah, that was the end of him. That was the end of Boba Fett as we know. They're saying that he died in the pit, but now Disney's going out after they bought Star Wars. They're saying he survived the pit. So I'm not sure if this is going to be about him, or maybe their older sister, Arla, they don't really have much about her. You got to go back into the Old Republic and all that, into the comic books. But they have a sister who just disappeared out of nowhere. So I'm thinking maybe this is about the sister, maybe about her disappearance or her coming back.
Mhm.
I don't know. But from what I'm reading is that Star Wars, Disney's saying that Boba Fett is in fact still alive. He survived the pit. So if they're saying he survived the pit, I'm pretty sure they're gonna say they were just messing around and they somehow Jango Fett survived the lightsaber to the head. So
They quickly
that's,
respond, put his head back on the body real instantly. But
exactly. That's like I don't like that. I don't like that. Disney, stay in your lane.
stay in your lane. I mean, I haven't. That's a good. I didn't know about the whole bounty hunter deal, which is pretty badass. And like you said, what did you say, Boba Fett, right? He's the one that fell into the mouth of that creature.
Yeah,
you were saying
Jango Fett's son. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I forgot. It's been a while since I seen Return of the Jedi, but he has a. I want to say he's shot or he's hit in the back where his jetpack is. They hit him, and he goes flying towards the ship where Jabba the Hutt has Leia tied up.
Right.
And hits that ship, and then slides all the way down with Lando Calrissian. But I believe somehow he survived. somehow he survived.
I know. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a comic book on that. I remember seeing it where it shows him like in the mouth. Okay, that was just a regular picture, but I saw him like he's like holding onto a tooth and like he's like scraping his way back up and I don't know if that's like a comic book or that's just a picture like a fan made. I gotta go look that up. But I'm interested. I'm actually really interested into this. And like speaking of the Star Wars trailer, like you said, great trailer. I hope it's better than the last one was. I didn't like it.
Exactly.
I didn't like the last one. I'm sorry for a Star Wars fan. That was just not my cup of tea. But this one caught my eye a bit more. And we heard the voice of Evil Palpatine at the end of it. Or
really?
was it Lord Sidious? Is that what it is? Or no? Did I say that wrong?
Yeah, it's a Emperor Palpatine and Chancellor Palpatine. But then he becomes Darth Sidious.
I think so. I hope I don't. Who's that? Okay, in the movie, who was on the last Star Wars? Who was that guy? The big bald one that was stupidly killed.
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't. I saw.
I don't think it's Sidious though. I'm gonna look this up. I don't want to get it mixed up right now. I might fucked it up already.
See, I can't watch anything Disney. I did see the Last Jedi. Is that the one where it has the first Disney movie of Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that was the only Star Wars I've seen from Disney. I haven't seen the new one, which is what I don't even know what it's called. Honestly, the one with Luke Skywalker, he comes back, right? Yeah, I didn't see that.
Right. No, you didn't see
it. Disney threw me off.
So we got it right. Evil Palpatine was Sidious, Darth Sidious. And the guy that we're talking about was Snoke. Snoke. Snoke.
Okay.
And he died stupidly. You haven't seen it, right? I believe you said.
No. Surprised they brought him in.
I'm not gonna say nothing more. I think you should go see it.
Okay. Gotta check that out.
No. You're a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but yeah, I think he died stupidly. I kind of gave you a spoiler, but you'll just see the way what I'm talking about. But what did you think on the whole Rey, her becoming or hinting of her becoming the Darth Rey in a way? You know what I mean? Dark Force Rey.
Yeah. Inner Rey. I like that. Yeah, no. that threw me for a loop. I'm not too sure what's it. Like you said, I have to watch the movie that was before this one because I didn't see it. The last one I saw was The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens. There you go. That was the last one I seen. The Force Awakens was the last movie I seen. So I'm not too sure what Rey's doing. I know in the new one she was gonna fight that the new villain, right? Who was the one who was a Solo son.
Yeah, there you go. Kylo Ren. That was.
There you go, Kylo Ren. There you go. Yeah.
That fucking baby. He's a little baby. He's a little baby Darth Vader. That's what I call him. He's nothing evil of that. He's a little bitch.
Baby Darth.
But
I like that.
Like I said, what do you think of the lightsaber she had? It was like she was holding one though, and the other one was hanging there, and then she like clicked something, and it all connected together to like a Darth Maul type of lightsaber.
Definitely looked. It was new. It had that Disney look on it. Never seen anything like that in the galaxy before. But you know what? If I was a Jedi, I would have nunchucks, but with lightsabers.
The lightsabers.
Yeah, like instead of
Oh my
nunchucks,
god,
it's
it's even freaking hard to grab onto though. That's crazy.
lightsaber chucks. You
Oh
gotta
my
be skilled,
god.
man. You can't. Not anybody can
You're
just touch
right.
it.
You're right. You gotta be skilled for this. But I'm hoping it comes out great. Comes out around December, which is my birthday month. So I'm looking forward to that one. So I think we're ready to move on to the segment of three tough questions. So
Okay.
what is your take on this? I don't have that much questions. I'm not gonna lie. I am prepped for this, but I'm ready. Hit me with your best shot.
Okay. All right. Here's number one. What is your greatest achievement in life so far? What's your greatest achievement?
So far, greatest achievements. Man, does greatest achievement? You could already tell that I am just terrible at life right now.
Oh shit. Well, I did
Why
pass
do you
kinder.
gotta bring this up right now, dude? Hold on, let me get my whiskey bottle out right now and start drinking right now, dude. Three
Hey,
days.
dude, you passed kinder, dude. Not that many people can do it in one try. Maybe. Did you do it on one try? I don't even know if you did it on one try.
That's true. You know. Oh well. You know what? I had an English problem, so I struggled. It wasn't a clean.
Alright.
clean.
So
You
it
know
wasn't
what?
a clean.
It wasn't a clean win. You know what? I'll give you one. I think I could give you one achievement. Greatest achievement that I have so far succeeded at is, having a apartment, brand new apartment.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's a
there you
big
go.
one.
That's a good one. I have a new
That's a big
apartment.
one.
I finally moved out. I'm no longer pampered. Never know that I was. I'm just saying. But that's my
I know.
achievement.
You stopped wearing Pampers like what, 6
Make
months
it
ago?
10. Yeah. How about that? 6 months
months
ago. Yes,
Good shit, dude.
that's my new. There you go. I'm good. I think I'm good enough because this whiskey bottle will finish if we continue.
All right. Question number 2. Anything out there, music, food, activities, anything, anywhere you've gone, anything to you, to Roy.
Anything?
What would you rate? Yeah, what would you rate 10 out of 10?
Right now, music wise or anything?
Anything, whatever you want. Game, music, song, anything. What would you rate perfect 10 out of 10 at the moment right now?
It hasn't come out yet, but just from a teaser, I think 10 out of 10 right now. Post Malone's Circles. There's a teaser out there right now. If y'all haven't heard of it, I'll probably leave it in the description. Circles by Post Malone was a 10 out of 10 for me. For food wise, Sushi Madre. That's right, 10 out of 10. You heard me. You hear me?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for video game wise. Whatever. What game am I playing right now? I guess. I don't want to say this. Shadow of War is not 10 out of 10. I'll give it to. Yeah, we'll just get the game. Right now, there's no 10 out of 10 right now for me that I'm playing.
Fortnite?
Fuck no.
All right. And the last question, because the people want to know, man. They want to know Roy. They want to know what this guy prefers. So if I was to tell you right now, I have a coin in my hand, and I'm about to flip it. Are you gonna pick heads or tails?
Tails.
Ooh, tails. This guy. I don't know, man. Me, it's heads always.
You still shit on me on this. All right.
There you go, tails. That's you, man. That's you. That's what they want to know.
I go for tails. Never mind. All right, we're gonna continue on with my next stuff. We're gonna go with my tough questions right now. You ready? I thought these. I was worried. I thought you had some pretty sick questions, pretty hard questions. I think it's my time to shine. You ready for this?
I'm ready, man. Bring it.
All right. So my tough questions. 3 tough questions to you. First one. What would you consider a worst nightmare? I think you know where I'm going with this. 1. You going to prison and being stuck with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
Or having a twin. Y'all share the same body and same butt. And you're gay. Your other twin is gay and has a boyfriend. And the boyfriend looks at you and goes, "We're gonna have some fun tonight. Would you consider that your worst nightmare?
That's definitely. Sure, I don't want to hear the last one, man. That's the worst nightmare. Right there, that's the worst spot. Nothing you can say would be worse than that.
Worst nightmare is if you had a conjoined twin with you and he is gay and that was gonna be your butt next coming up.
Dude, imagine if we were in prison, bro, next to Jeffrey Dahmer, and he was gay.
He would eat you while giving you a good time, a good pounding while he's biting your ear off.
Giving my brother a good pounding, not me.
You're gonna leave him
I
there?
won't be having a good time.
All right, that's all right. Okay, question number 2. What would you say is the best? What would you consider a fun day? Would you say a fun day would be, tackling people at the mall since you are a security guard, or, that's a hard one. I stumbled myself here. Now, how about this? What would you consider a perfect Saturday? There you go. Let's go with that.
Saturday. A perfect Saturday for me would be, well, now that college football's back on, it would be pretty sweet for me just to relax. Okay, perfect would be for me to go pick up a sushi roll from Sukabon, and at the same time order Pizza Hut delivery. So when I get home, I'll have Pizza Hut and sushi, and then I'll be watching, maybe playing a game or so. Maybe playing a game or watching one of the games. All so it'd be cool if I put money on, like, a football game, and then I win money on that while I'm eating sushi and pizza.
That sounds like a perfect Saturday right there.
And let's just say this Saturday happens to be September 7th, my birthday. So I fall asleep, take a nap, wake up, boom. It's time to watch Khabib and Poirier fight.
That sounds perfect.
That's a good Saturday to me.
All right. I like that. Last question. I was really trying to think of a tough one here, and I wasn't prepared for it. I was not, to be honest. But okay, how about this? Tough question. Would you stay in a relationship with a woman if she was a very, very number one pop porn star of the world? Would you stay with a relationship with her? And she comes home every day, not me, remember? How was work, honey? It was amazing.
I would, honestly.
You still would? You still stay with a porn star if she was number one in the world?
You never said I had to have feelings for her, sir. You never said I had to care for her.
That's true. I see what you mean.
So I would just be like, yo, what up, dude?
What up, dude? Is that what you tell me?
Would you have a good day at work, dude? Nice. All right. I'm going to go to bed, dude. Later.
All right. Those are my tough questions.
I'm talking about it's a girl. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was about to I was like, you know what? Hey, you haven't clarified this, but I got you. But all right. Those are my tough questions. Next podcast, I think I'll get you on the next one. But we'll see. Okay, guys. Now, let's move on a little bit here. I know we're running a little bit over the clock, but hey, it's having a good time here. So, a story about So, John, you are a security guard at work, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell us any story that was the worst or funnest moment for example, I remember that story you told me about some woman tried to bite you while you're...
Oh, yeah. That was a good time, man. She told us she was fresh off of some coke in the morning. And, yeah, man, she was not having it. But no, I think the recent one I just had, and I think you and I were playing H1Z1, and I had sent you the video when we were talking about going to that jiu-jitsu class.
I remember.
Which we're still going to, by the way.
That's right.
I remember I sent you this video, and yeah, it was this guy. Remember, south side of San Antonio?
That's
got a lot of druggies and crack addicts on that side. So this one guy was picking fights with people.
Really? Just going up to random people and just punching them?
Just going up to people, cussing at them, trying to start fights. And yeah, dude, sure enough, I drove by and I saw him and I was like, hey, man, you gotta cut the shit. And then, push comes to shove. I don't start nothing, dude. I don't like confrontation, only because I want to get to the next step. I don't like confronting somebody. I want to just fight with that person.
You just want to instantly just go up to him
So
and blindside him with a
so
punch, even though
yeah,
he's just standing there.
yeah, we were. I wouldn't say we because he was trying to escape and I was wrestling with him. But you gotta remember, this guy was high already, so it was taking on a Southside Superman really. And every time he got up, I had to bring him down again. Every time I had a good holding on him, he would find his way to get back up. And I don't remember if I was losing, like if I was getting tired or not. I just remember every time he got up, we went back down. And every time he was trying to get back up, we went back down. And then
Damn.
finally he got up, and I was holding on to him, and he was trying to get up, like he was trying to pull my hand off. So I was like, you know what? That's it. And this was all on the curb. So
Oh,
I
the
got
cur-
him close to me, and I just picked him up and launched him off. And by the time I knew it, we're on the street. Everybody was stopping and looking, trying to help and everything. It was a good time. That's my favorite part, having to get physical. I don't like talking to somebody. I don't like, hey man, this, that. Nah, dude, you know what? If you're gonna be a shithead, we're gonna throw down.
Did you like when you asked him like did you go like hey man can you stop fighting? Did he just went off or like did you tell
Yeah,
him
like he just,
he's out I'll chill out and he drove or no he just instantly just
nah,
started
he
talking?
just like, he's like, who the fuck are you telling me what to do and all this and nothing and all that. And I shit you not, dude. This happened maybe about 6 months ago. About a
Mm.
month later, I was at the gas station. He was like, hey, I remember you. You're that punk bitch, right? And I was like, I don't know, probably. And I was in a rush. I was trying to leave. I wasn't
What
trying
the
to stay and
fuck?
fight with some guy. And yeah, this happened at a 7-Eleven.
Of
And
course. That's how you figured
so
out the best
everything happens at
taquitos.
7-Eleven. Uh, and yeah, this guy just came up to me and he was like, hey man, you want to be talking all this shit or whatever? And mind you, I wasn't talking shit. I just take care of the problem. Like I said, I don't like confronting anybody. I just want to get to the problem solving. And yeah, he put his knuckles up and he started circling around me. So I put the receipt in my pocket and I put my knuckles up. And the people that worked there, they knew me because I'm always there. And they're like, sir, you need to get out of here already. And they asked me if I was okay and all that. I'm like, dude, I'm good, man.
I like how you were
I
like
told him, I was like,
you didn't go into alert. You just instantly grab your receipt. Like, all right, hold on, let me finish up my gas here, and you just grab your receipt. Like, you couldn't leave the receipt, right?
yeah.
You're just like, all right, let me
Yeah,
hold
no,
on.
no, it's the South Side, dude. They'll get your information off of the receipt. So I tell them, dude, what's something, man? You can lay your hand on me, but it's not gonna end good for you.
Oh man, that's a good. That's. I remember that video you showed me, and it was insane. You tackled him, and I like how you told me like everyone was just standing around you, right? They weren't even helping as much.
You
They were
weren't even
just
helping. I was like, come on, guys, this is your time to get a free shot and hit him.
for shot it and get him. Oh man.
What about you?
Um. Okay, so from what I heard was that from my job, I didn't know this, but from where I used to work at, I mean, where I work at now, I didn't know that someone died in that job that I work at. I make chips. I won't say when or where, but I make chips at this place, and this gentleman died from a fall. Now, okay, I don't mean to sound like an asshole or anything. I'm just saying there was a maintenance guy, so they had a hole in the floor, right? They're working on it, they're fixing it and whatever. And at the time, for some weird ass reason, they didn't put no cones around it, no nothing. And keep in mind, we work on a second floor. Like we're pretty high from the floor under us. So then
Okay.
the hole is open. There's nothing there. And the maintenance guy, he finishes what he's doing. He walks away, comes back, and he fell through the hole.
Damn.
And it just like, damn, he went all the way down, and I heard he just, I get scared, I worried, because I'm there working, and I hear like little noises down there, and I don't know. Friend of mine's
It's him
like,
trying
hey,
to
bro.
get you down there.
My friends are like, fuck no, dude. My friends are like, bro, do you hear those voices, bro? Stop talking about them. Like, they shit on me, dude, over there. I'm like, no. And so this gentleman here, he passed away. He fell through a hole there, and that just, it sucks. And it sucks that he went through, that he just fell through there. And I heard he was it was alert, but then after that, the fall took its toll. And so
Yeah, he wasn't that alert.
yeah, and our job is pretty crappy. We're working with nasty ass chemicals all the time, chemicals that blow up and can blow up any moment if mistreated. It's like we're working with terrible chemicals in our areas and our workplace. So it's like, the hell are we doing? There's no proper now. They're taking proper precautions. Now we have our own little, everyone's there taking care of us and whatnot. Now with we have clothing and whatnot. But I heard back in the day, man, it was crazy.
That's
But
good. All it took was one death to change everything.
it did. Now when they make a hole, they put the cones around. But yeah, man, that's pretty much on my story right now. But I think speaking of like accidents and whatnot, you got into a shit deal one day, a car accident, which we'll post some
Did.
pictures of right now. And it was a fucking runaway, right? You said, like, what
Yeah,
happened?
I
Like, were you
was.
turning or what was going on?
I was coming home from the gym, as I always do. You know, I get out of work, go to the gym, come home, and just sleep until we hit Rocket League Online. And I was coming home, and this one box truck was in front of me. He was trying to turn down this neighborhood street, and it was too narrow. Two cars were already coming out of the street, so he started reversing. And the street that
Oh,
we're on was pretty busy, dude. It's like busy all the time. But this one time it was empty. It was like no one was on the streets. So I honked at him to stop, and I looked behind me. No one was coming for lights, man. Lights, like 2 lights away. So I
right.
reversed, and as I was reversing, the police think that this truck was at one of the neighborhood streets, and when he saw nobody was on this busy road like it always is, he must
Right.
have took off while he was on the phone and lost control and hit me from the side, and then he
Oh,
took
that's
off.
right. What a
And the whole
jackass.
time, bro, the whole time, the guy driving the delivery truck thought he hit me. I was like,
Was it-
dude, how do you?
What?
What
He
do you?
thought you hit him?
Yeah.
Or what?
When I put into the parking lot, he's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, what happened? He's like, I didn't hit you. It's like, no, dude, the guy behind me or somewhere from behind me hit me. You almost hit me.
This fucking guy. Wow, man. He just took off, man. And then, like,
Just took off, man.
just look at your, like, I'm just looking at, like, the pictures right here, right now. Is that, look at this. Your whole front is gone. And,
It was, dude. Honestly, it was a lot worse than what it looked. It looks like it was just a bumper, but it wasn't. It was my axle was all messed up. Needed to get new struts and rods. Um, the bumper was trashed, and then the reservoir had a pretty bad crack in it. So I got the invoice, and it came out to a total of 52 repairs.
oh, 52 repairs? Jeez.
52 repairs.
Oh, man. That's insane. That's like, I mean, and look, it's just like, did the airbag go off or anything?
No, nothing. Didn't go off.
It would
just-
be, damn, dude. Sue them. Sue the
Only thing-
company, dude.
Yeah, the only thing I gotta say about that is if you hit somebody, don't run.
Yeah, that's not smart at all. Well, that's a shitty moment, dude. But now everything. I'm
That's
glad
a
you're all
shitty
right,
moment.
bro. Glad you're all
Oh,
right.
yeah, man.
And you know, I think you said you repaired your vehicle already, fully.
Yeah, I got a rental from the insurance. Had it for almost a month. Finally
Damn.
took it back, and yeah, I got it a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. So this is
Not
my
bad.
first weekend with it.
We didn't tell you the schedule yet, but the schedule. We're gonna try every Sunday. We'll try to have a podcast every Sunday and upload it the same day, or at least by Monday. And our streamings will be either on, Saturday through either Wednesday. We'll have a live stream. It all depends. It's always between Saturday and Wednesday. Is that we'll talk about if we're gonna be streaming or not. But we'll let you guys know ahead. You can follow us on our Twitter, our Instagram. We have it there. We have the links there below. And we'll be posting there and letting all know, hey, we're going to be live or new video coming up. We'll let you guys up to date. But we appreciate you guys because, subscribe to us, share it with your friends, and give us comments. Let us know what you want us to do, improve, or quality of sound and whatnot, which we will.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because we're going off by PS4, so our delay here is like a good 1 second. Maybe we put it off really well, but hey, it's something we had to improve on that. But yeah, guys. Again, thanks again, guys. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Later.
Sir. Peace.